Hey guys, so I thought I would start this video with just a little bit of context here, because context is important, right? So this is my main case, and it's George 2x4 case. I've had it 6-7 years probably. Back in the mid '90s, I had an identical case, except it was gray ostrich skin texture. This is I don't know what the texture is, some kind of, it's like Spanish bull or whatever, elephant ear, I don't know. But I had one of those, and I was in Anchorage, Alaska for work. And for some reason up there, I decided I was going to buy one of those. It's a Mike Danner Extendo bridge thing. I've shown a little bit of it. I don't know where it's at right now. Anyway, that thing wouldn't fit in my case. So, of course, I bought another case. And this is the one that I bought back then. This is a Silver Fox case. If I go by the pouches, this is a 4x4. But maybe you're supposed to cram 2 shafts in one of these each one of these pouches. I don't like the idea of that, but the other thing about this case was I could put all of my cues in, and I could put the bridge thing in here and just fold it up, and it was fine. So I actually have 2 of these. This must be the second one I bought. The first one got a little bit of a rip at the handle. So this was my case for, well, several years. This was my case. Then at the turn of the century, I went to Super Billiards Expo, and I didn't even take any cues or cases or anything there. Just didn't. I went there and I fell in love with a Predator cue that I saw. I think it might have even been at one time my prettiest of all of my cues when I did my cue ranking thing. Yeah, I love that cue. I must buy this cue. And then eventually they decided to sell it to me. And I realized, well, hell, I don't have a case. So I looked around there some more. And this thing's heavy. I bought a case. This is an N-Stroke Cowboy, I want to say. Another 2x4. Is it 2x4? No, it's 3x5. Sorry, you probably can't see in there; it's too dark. But this case is quite heavy. But it was my main case for probably over a decade. This would have been my main case. At one point, maybe partly because I got tired of lugging this heavy ass thing around, I wanted to economize a little bit. And I started shooting with a Sneaky Pete. This is about 2010 or something like that. A Predator Sneaky Pete that to this day I probably bank better with it than I bank with anything else. But it's only one cue. And I didn't, and maybe it's just me, but when I'm shooting with a Sneaky Pete, I'm going to go ahead and break with it as well. I'm going to have a dedicated break cue that's worth twice as much as my shooting cue, that type of thing. So I needed a 1x1. I did not own a 1x1 case. This is what I owned. I owned this stuff. So I got to buy a 1x1. So I kind of went shopping. One of my friends said, hey, I sell cases. Okay, cool. So I just bought it sight unseen. This is a 1x1 case, but it's ugly. And I only paid like $20 or whatever for it. And it suited my needs, but in my opinion, this is what that original It's George case was like, but it was gray, and it was the whole thing. Anyway, I didn't like the fact that it's ugly. I didn't like the fact that this is a hard. I need more lighting. I need better lighting. How do we do that? So that's a hard plastic. Yeah, I'm not gonna put it. I'd put a Sneaky Pete in there, but not a decent cue. But I owned it, so there it was. I wanted something I liked better, so I did some more shopping for additional 1x2s, and I came up with some. And a lot of these just have, like, can you see in there? It's a tube with just a flap. So nothing, it's not really secure in there. It would, and this worked. I think I probably carried this around with that Sneaky Pete for a little while until I went online and found something that I liked. A 1x2. I don't know who makes it. Made in USA, it says, but this is all cloth lined and all that stuff, felt lined, whatever it is. And so this became my case during the time I was shooting with that Sneaky Pete, which is maybe a year. It wasn't a ridiculous amount of time, but maybe a year. And then for some reason I said, hey, oh, I know exactly why. Because I got another Sean. I'd always had this R12. It had been my cue for over 20 years at that point. And I got another Sean, an SL10. And like, what I'm going to go back to shooting with a real cue, not a Sneaky Pete. But I didn't want to lug around this damn N-stroke anymore. So I said, I'm going to buy a case that's like a 2x4 case, but light enough for one person to carry. So I bought one, and that was over here. That was this one. I don't know who made it, but this was my case for help. Well, yeah, this was my case until I bought the It's Yours. So 3 or 4 or 5 years, whatever. Nice and felt lined and all that, and it's got a burn in it, and that's awesome. Never noticed that. So there's that. As I said, I bought the It's George case, and that's been my main case ever since, but hasn't been the end of my buying cases. Well, I guess just honorable mention. I'm pretty sure I never bought these, but I do buy a lot of cues, and I have a feeling these just came with the cues. These are just super soft cloth or whatever, soft cases. This one looks to be in a little bit better shape, but I'm almost positive I didn't buy this or steal it. It must have just came with a cue. That's fine. So that is. When I was setting up my props for this video and getting my cases all ready, because normally I store them over there, I found this one, which is like a 4x6 case that I had completely forgotten that I even owned. It still got the price on the damn thing. So remember, like last year when I had a temporary need for a 3x5, because I've told you about that. I'm trying to give away one right now. Apparently I bought this when I had that temporary need, but decided it was ugly, or just forgot about it for some other reason. So there that is. I mentioned I'm trying to give away a 3x5, and that's this one. I'm going to put a link down in the description. If you're not entered for the drawing for this, go ahead and enter it. If you get the case, you win, and you get the case. You can sell it or do whatever you want to do to it. So there's that, and all of that just brings me to this guy, which is my new purchase. Oh shit! Honorable mention. I have 2 of these 20x20 dealer cases. They don't really count as cases. There's no shoulder strap or whatever. A few days ago I did a video about specialty cues, like jump cues, brake cues, things like that, mass A cues. I guess if things got bad enough and got out of hand enough, you might need a 20x20 dealer case to lug around all your shit. Be just like a golfer, you know. Maybe you'd have to pay a caddy to lug around all your shit for you if you're old like me. So I did buy a case. I mentioned last fall I had a need for a 3x5. I'm probably going to have the same kind of need again this year, because I'll probably be buying cues at Derby City. But like I said, I'm giving this J Flyers away. So I just went to Siebert's and I just ordered a case. This is a Predator. I want to say it's a 4x8. I guess I'm going to find out. And I don't even know what it looks like except it's black and white. Which is not going to be like my case I'm going to carry around. My real case is going to continue to be this It's George for now. This will be one that I will take, you know, on buying sprees or whatever. So now that I've got the box cut open, tell you what, having this is really handy compared to those fingernail clippers I was using before. So the box, Kitty's cat toy. In this case, it's going to come in a bag. I'm not entirely sure why that is. There's something in the box. Nope. Or I should say, yep, but it won't come out, so it must not be important. Okay, there's the box. So this guy comes in its own carrying case. Why does a case need a carrying bag? Like for airplanes, I think I've seen something like that where they, if you have a nice case, you don't want the luggage handlers at the airport just be throwing it around and scuffing it up. So maybe you put it in something else. That's probably what this is. Matter of fact, those dealer cases have the same kind of a deal, I believe. So this is going to be this case. And I guess this is an unboxing so you guys can see it same time as me. It's in a big plastic bag and it's black and white. Like I said, yeah, the logo is just a little bit obnoxious, or you know, a lot obnoxious to my taste, because I'm not into that kind of big ass logo stuff. It's not a Gucci handbag or something, but sometimes logos and things like that get to a point where it's no longer just advertising. It's like a status symbol, you know. And for me, this as a status symbol says, well, I'm a league player. That's what it says for me. So I appreciate Predator. I like the things that they've done for the industry, and I like the fact that they really do seem to try hard. I don't know what's going on with this. So there's a zipper underneath this handle, which the handle would prevent it from being opened. And I put to unvelcro this thing. This could very well be useless. I guess I'm supposed to unvelcro the handles and then do the zipper. That's stupid. That's stupid. So in here, there's more shit. Well, look at that. So this should be a 4x8 if I remember right. Yeah, it looks like 2 butts, 4 shafts. These are, you know, just cloth pockets, but they're more substantial than some of the other cases that I showed. And the same thing over here. 3 butts, 4 shafts. I could probably put something in the middle if I needed to fold it up like that. I don't know, it seems to be pretty good quality. It does to me anyway. I'm not a case expert guy. And it's got a single front pocket with cat toy in it, and that's just part of the case handle. That's nothing. A couple loop-de-loop things, I guess, for like jump shafts, jump butt, whatever. Little pocket for chalk and stuff. Nothing super special about all that. It's got a single handle. It does not have a handle at the top or any kind of a shoulder strap. This is all fine. Like I said, this is not my case that I'm going to be lugging around. Probably just to derby. If even then, I may look at this and decide that Predator's not paying me enough to advertise their stuff, so I'm not going to carry this around. Predator's not paying me anything to advertise their stuff. But if they were, it might not be enough. We'll see. Yep. I had a need for a larger capacity, and now I have it. Even though I'm going to get rid of this 3x5, I'm moving on up to a 4x8, and so that's fine, right? Now I gotta figure out what to do with my remote. It's probably underneath all this shit, isn't it? Is that where it is, seriously? It probably is, underneath all this shit. Ah, I found it. Okay, so that's my unboxing for my Predator 4x8 case. I never said this was going to be exciting at all, so no one should be disappointed. Hey, that's me again. I totally forgot there was an extra thingy in the case, which looks to me like it's going to be shoulder straps. And of course it's got bubble wrap and clear tape over it, which is really stupid way to wrap stuff. So you can't see where the tape is, so you have to cut at it, and you can screw something up by cutting it, something that you can't see. Very annoying. Just use colored tape. Just use some colored tape. So I mean, that looks like some kind of a backpack strap. It's gonna attach. There's rings on the back of this. It's going to attach to the ring. So there's a backpack strap. This is probably another backpack strap. I went to JB Case's site. I want to buy a JB Case because he supports the tournaments and all that very well. And everything on the site that had a picture anyway had 2 backpack straps. And I'm like, who are these damn people? They're going hiking with their QK. Just use one. Just sling it over your shoulder. Don't look like a total dork. It's my opinion. So yeah, so I said this didn't come with any straps. I was wrong. It does. It does not come with a top carrying handle though. I was right about that. Come on, kitty. Okay, it's not gonna beep. Beep.